Back at Aerostar Aircraft again with Jim Christie for part 2 of Conversations with Jim at Aerostar Aircraft in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
They all came with a crossover tube.
Okay.
Technically, you got to have a crossover tube if you have this exhaust. This is a standard original exhaust system.
All right. Now, is there any Inconel on this engine at all? Or is it all the old tailpipes Inconel? Okay, but the front isn't.
Right. Probably we didn't have the front when we first did this.
Okay. But considering, of course, there's no way to tell what the inside of the engine looks like, but considering this thing was pickled and put away for 17 years, and then after we got everything going, and it
ran great.
Ran great.
Yeah.
I'm Eric Reese. I sell real estate for a living, but I fly and instruct in the Aerostar for fun. Join us on our travel and training adventures in the world's fastest light piston twin. To put boots on this airplane, what are you looking at? 50 grand?
Probably 50 grand. Yeah. Now, why did they leave the leading edges unpainted? Well, so they could put boots on. Because when you put boots on, you have to strip the paint.
Mm-hmm.
So
I thought that was Virgil making it look like it had heated leading edges.
Well, it could be. I don't know what the rationale was, but if you want to put boots on it, like on the vertical fin, you have to strip the paint. No, this is going to make somebody a really nice airplane. It's just going to cost 50 grand to
get it out of here.
To get the repairs done.
Yeah. So what do you think, I mean, because you've looked at it a little bit, but to get those repairs done and get it annualed, what are we looking at dollar-wise?
Well, I think around 50 grand.
Okay, total. And that includes the stuff up here? The holes, fixing the holes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about 22 of the 50.
And if somebody came in and said, yeah, I want to buy it, I'll pay for, well, they'll have to. I'll pay for the stuff that needs to get done, and then you can have at it. But it's kind of
it's a little bit of an unknown.
Yeah.
I'd like to buy it already done and signed off, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just where do you go with a crossover tube missing? And we just have to you have to make a decision there.
Oh yeah, on which way to go. And can that not be signed off?
Technically, you can't sign it off because it's not, unless you had some approval for that, you'd have to put a crossover tube in it.
Okay.
It's not the end of the world. You can buy one from Nisley Welding. Put it in.
And the purpose of the crossover tube?
It was to equalize the pressure in the exhaust pipes, one side to the other.
Okay. And you got 2 turbos pumping into the system, and why did that go away? If that's still an issue.
Just because we took it out when we made our exhaust system and measured the pressures left to right and closed one wastegate, and it wasn't that big a deal.
Okay.
So we got it approved, but it's approved as part of our STC.
Got it.
On that exhaust system, not this exhaust system. So now to get something like that approved today, it's virtually impossible.
Now, is that because the FAA doesn't have any engineers anymore?
It's because they don't have anybody with experience that can look at it and say it's fine. And
yeah.
Well,
not to put you on the spot, but I mean, people want to know, and these airplanes, at least from what I've seen, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, the values seem to be going up.
They're going up a little.
Yeah.
But any 700 that's been through here that has good engines and mid-time engines, it's going to sell for about $350 with some updated radios.
Mm-hmm.
This airplane should sell for maybe $250 with old radios.
Yeah.
If it were a 601P, I would say the most you can get for it is about $250.
Mm-hmm.
versus 350 for a 700. And the unknown on this airplane, of course, is the engines. They're 30 years old, and they haven't been running 18 years, but you flew it over here and it worked fine.
Oh yeah, well we did.
Is there any internal corrosion, and is that going to show up as ferrous metal particles in the oil at some point in time? Well, 50 hours from now, you might know.
Yeah.
Hey, there's no metal in the oil. Okay, that's a really good sign. But today we don't know, because you got to put 50 hours on it to really look at the oil filters to find out what shape they're in.
Right, and that, how much of a benefit, and I know that the light combings, you can't see the cam from anywhere with the cylinders attached, but how much of a benefit would it be to pull the number one cylinder and get in there and look? Can you really see what's going on with the cam? Or
you can see the front cam lobes, you can't see them all. And in our experience, the front cam lobes wear out first.
Okay.
Because they're the last ones to get oil in the system.
Yeah.
In the system. Now, this airplane doesn't have boots, so what's that cost? 50 grand.
Yep.
How about known icing? Well, you got to have a hot plate windshield or alcohol or something. I don't think this airplane has anything.
Nope.
So all that, everybody factors all that stuff in.
But there are some people that choose not to have no nice airplanes. However, if you got an airplane that's capable of going into the flight levels, I don't know why you would want that.
This has been, this airplane flew for 30 years without de-ice. So it's possible.
Oh yeah, we all did it.
And if your objective is to have an Aerostar in the hangar and have bragging rights down at the country club that you own an Aerostar, this might be the bird for you.
Yep.
It won't cost as much as one that's known icing and all that, but it's a nice little Aerostar.
Yeah, this has what, about 1,500 hours total time on the airframe?
It's more like 2,300.
Okay.
Something like that. Still very low time.
Yeah. I don't know where I got those numbers from. Probably not looking at the logbooks carefully enough. But definitely a nice machine.
Well, it's on our website. No, it's not on
No,
our
it's not on the website yet.
Let's go look at the logbooks.
Okay.
See if we can find it.
All right.
For it. Where's the time?
22.
1602?
Yeah, so it looks like.
Okay. Well, you're right, Eric. 1602 at that point in time, in 2002.
And I thought when I look back at this, the engines had 115 or something since major overhaul.
Here they are.
It's almost as if he did the 700 conversion and flew it a little bit and then done.
So total time 1250 when it was removed for overhaul. So they might have about 400.
400, okay.
1650. That would be about right then. Managed system.
When was that one overhaul? 89?
Removed for overhaul in 89, yeah.
So next page. Next page to overhaul. Yeah.
Roll forward. Tack time 1259, and now it's 1600, right?
Mm. 14 is the
Okay, a little
1614 is the hops now.
360-ish. That's still pretty low time.
Yeah. Now let's say it's the worst case scenario. The airplane's, you're not sure, you don't know, you don't want to put 50 hours on it. It's going to be 25,000 per engine.
To do an IRAN?
To split the case and change the cam and lifters and put it back together.
Okay.
When you had an engine shop, it was probably 12 grand, 10 grand.
Yeah, if that. That was a long time ago, and I want to forget that. That was not a good experience for
The only
me.
way harder to make a dollar is being a paint
Was it?
shop.
Oh yeah, but my engine shop was a great way to lose a lot of dollars.